The financial world can be daunting, but the FAIS Act protects South African consumers from poor or fraudulent financial advice. It ensures financial service providers are accountable, fostering a fair and transparent industry. The Act levels the playing field, promoting ethical conduct and transparency. The FAIS Act regulates financial advice and intermediary services, covering a wide range of activities. It balances innovation with consumer protection through licensing, codes of conduct, and enforcement. The Act's 7 chapters provide a comprehensive framework for ethical and professional conduct. The FAIS Act mandates transparency, requiring clear and accurate information from financial service providers. Providers must act honestly and professionally, prioritizing clients' best interests. The Act emphasizes competence and accountability, ensuring providers meet qualification standards and are held accountable for their actions. The FSKA oversees the FAIS Act, ensuring financial service providers are fit and proper. It monitors compliance, investigates complaints, and enforces penalties for non-compliance. The FSCA also promotes financial education, empowering consumers to make informed decisions. An FSP provides financial advice or intermediary services as part of their core operations. The FAIS Act ensures FSPs act responsibly and ethically. By defining FSPs clearly, the Act sets expectations for professional conduct and competence. The FAIS Act defines a client as anyone receiving financial services from an FSP. It ensures fairness and transparency in the client-advisor relationship. The Act clarifies when protections and obligations apply, safeguarding clients' interests. The FAIS Act covers providing advice and rendering intermediary services. Advice includes any guidance related to financial affairs, while intermediary services facilitate financial transactions. The Act distinguishes between discretionary and non-discretionary services, focusing on substantive financial advice and transactions. The FSCA oversees ethical conduct in the financial sector, protecting consumers. It operates independently, ensuring impartial decisions. The FSCA's broad mandate covers various financial services, promoting integrity and stability. The FSCA regulates FSPs through a rigorous licensing process. It ensures ongoing compliance with regulatory requirements, maintaining industry integrity. Regular inspections help the FSCA proactively address risks and protect consumers. While the FSCA's licensing and supervisory functions are essential for setting the bar for industry standards, its enforcement powers are equally crucial for holding FSPs accountable for their actions and providing consumers with avenues for redress in the event of wrongdoing. The FAIS Act equips the FSCA with a range of enforcement tools, allowing it to respond proportionately to breaches of the Act and deter future misconduct. When the FSCA receives a complaint against an FSP, it conducts a thorough investigation to determine whether the allegations have merit. This may involve gathering evidence, interviewing witnesses, and reviewing relevant documentation. If the investigation finds that an FSP has contravened the FAIS Act, the FSCA can impose a range of sanctions depending on the severity of the breach. These sanctions can include administrative fines, public reprimands, suspension or withdrawal of licenses, and, in cases of serious misconduct, criminal prosecution. The FSCA also has the power to order FSPs to rectify any financial losses suffered by clients as a result of their actions, ensuring that consumers are not left out of pocket due to the misconduct of financial professionals. The FSCA's enforcement approach is not solely punitive. It also emphasizes education and remediation, aiming to correct non-compliant behavior and prevent future breaches. In some cases, the FSCA may issue warnings or require FSPs to implement corrective action plans to address identified shortcomings. This focus on education and prevention reflects the FSCA's commitment to fostering a culture of compliance within the financial services industry. Obtaining a license. No person or entity can operate as a financial services provider in South Africa without FSCA authorization. This ensures only those meeting stringent standards provide financial advice. Imagine a world without this gatekeeping mechanism. The potential for consumer harm is immense. The FAIS Act's licensing requirement addresses this risk. The process is thorough, assessing business operations and qualifications. It's a crucial step to ensure ethical conduct and consumer protection. Specializations within the financial landscape. The world of financial services is vast, encompassing diverse products, services, and expertise. The FAIS Act categorizes FSPs based on the services they provide. This ensures regulation is proportionate to the potential impact on consumers. Advisory FSPs provide guidance while intermediary FSPs facilitate transactions. Specializations allow FSPs to develop deep expertise, benefiting consumers. Section 3. Maintaining authorization, a continuous commitment to compliance. Obtaining a license to operate as a financial services provider, or FSP, is not a one-time achievement. It's an ongoing responsibility that requires a continuous commitment to compliance with the FAIS Act and its subordinate legislation. The FSCA's role doesn't end once a license is granted. It continues to monitor and supervise licensed FSPs, ensuring that they maintain the high standards of conduct and competence required to protect consumers. This ongoing oversight takes various forms, including regular reporting requirements, on-site inspections, and the investigation of consumer complaints. Licensed FSPs are required to submit periodic financial statements and other relevant information to the FSCA, demonstrating their financial soundness and their ability to meet their obligations to clients. They must also maintain professional indemnity insurance to protect themselves and their clients in the event of negligence or errors. Beyond these formal requirements, licensed FSPs must also embrace a culture of compliance within their organizations, ensuring that all employees and representatives are aware of their obligations under the FAIS Act and the relevant codes of conduct. This includes providing regular training and updates on regulatory changes, establishing robust internal controls, and promoting a culture of ethical decision-making at all levels. The FSCA's approach to supervision is proactive, seeking to identify and address potential risks before they escalate into larger problems. By maintaining a close watch on the activities of licensed FSPs, the FSCA aims to create a regulatory environment that fosters trust and confidence in the financial services industry, ensuring that consumers can access the financial products and services they need with peace of mind. Ethical conduct as a cornerstone. Obtaining a license as a financial services provider is not just ticking boxes. It's an invitation to join a profession bound by a strict code of ethical conduct. The General Code sets principles and standards for FSPs. It requires acting in clients' best interests and avoiding impropriety. Transparency and disclosure of conflicts of interest are key. These ethical obligations are legally binding. The FSCA enforces these standards, ensuring compliance. Transparency and disclosure. Building trust through openness. Imagine receiving a treatment plan without understanding the diagnosis or options. The same principle applies to financial services. Informed consent is paramount. The FAIS Act emphasizes transparency, requiring FSPs to provide clear information. This commitment begins with the initial client engagement. FSPs must provide a plain language, record of advice, or ROA. The ROA outlines financial needs, recommendations, risks, and costs. Transparency extends beyond initial advice. FSPs must provide ongoing disclosure of any changes or new risks. This ensures clients are informed and empowered. Transparency builds trust and fosters strong client relationships. Clients engage more when they trust their FSP, leading to better outcomes. Section 3. Record keeping and compliance, the backbone of accountability. In the world of financial services, meticulous record keeping is not just good practice. It's a legal obligation and the backbone of accountability. The FAIS Act recognizes that comprehensive and accurate records are essential for demonstrating compliance with the Act's provisions, resolving disputes, and ensuring that clients' interests are protected. The Act mandates that FSPs must maintain detailed records of all their financial advice activities, including client engagements, recommendations made, financial products sold, and any fees or commissions received. These records must be stored securely, readily retrievable, and preserved for a specified period, ensuring that there is a clear and auditable trail of the FSP's activities. These record-keeping requirements serve multiple purposes. First and foremost, they allow the FSCA to effectively supervise the conduct of FSPs. In the event of a complaint or an investigation, the FSCA can request access to these records to assess whether the FSP has complied with the FAIS Act and its subordinate legislation. This ability to scrutinize past transactions is crucial for holding FSPs accountable for their actions. Beyond regulatory oversight, comprehensive record-keeping also benefits FSPs by providing them with valuable business intelligence. By analyzing past transactions, client interactions, and the performance of different financial products, FSPs can identify trends, improve their service offerings, and make more informed business decisions. In essence, meticulous record-keeping is not just about looking back. It's also about planning for the future and ensuring the long-term success of the business. Section 1. The FAI's Ombud, an accessible avenue for redress. Imagine this: you've placed your financial trust in an FSP, only to find yourself facing unexpected losses or feeling unfairly treated. Navigating the complexities of financial regulations and pursuing legal action can feel daunting and costly. That's where the FAIS Ombud steps in, providing a readily accessible and cost-effective mechanism for resolving disputes between financial consumers and FSPs. Established under the FAIS Act, the FAIS Ombud acts as an impartial intermediary, investigating complaints from consumers and facilitating fair and reasonable resolutions. The Ombud's role is not to take sides, it's to objectively assess the merits of a complaint and determine whether the FSP has acted in accordance with the FAIS Act and its subordinate legislation. One of the key advantages of approaching the FAIS Ombud is its accessibility. Unlike formal legal proceedings, which can be expensive and time-consuming, the Ombud services are free of charge for consumers. The complaint process is designed to be straightforward, requiring consumers to submit a written complaint outlining the nature of their grievance and the resolution they seek. Once a complaint is received, the FAIS Ombud will contact the FSP in question and attempt to facilitate a mutually agreeable resolution. This may involve mediation, negotiation, or if necessary, a formal determination by the Ombud. The Ombud's determinations are binding on the FSP, providing consumers with a powerful avenue for redress if their complaint is upheld. Section 2. The weight of non-compliance penalties and sanctions. The FAIS Act is not just a set of guidelines, it's a legal framework with teeth. The Act recognizes that to effectively protect consumers and maintain the integrity of the financial services industry, there must be consequences for non-compliance. To that end, the FAIS Act equips the FSCA with a range of enforcement tools, allowing it to respond proportionately to breaches of the Act and deter future misconduct. The severity of the penalty imposed by the FSCA depends on several factors, including the nature and gravity of the breach, the FSP's history of compliance, and the potential harm caused to consumers. In cases of minor infractions or administrative oversights, the FSCA may issue a warning letter or require the FSP to implement corrective action plans to address the identified shortcomings. However, for more serious breaches of the FAIS Act, the FSCA can impose significant financial penalties. These fines can reach up to 10 million Rand per contravention, sending a clear message that non-compliance comes at a cost. In addition to fines, the FSCA can also issue public reprimands, publicly censuring FSPs for their misconduct and potentially damaging their reputation within the industry. The FSCA's enforcement powers extend beyond financial penalties. In cases of serious misconduct or where consumer interests are at risk, the FSCA can suspend or revoke an FSP's license, effectively barring them from operating within the financial services industry. This ultimate sanction underscores the gravity with which the FAIS Act views breaches of its provisions and the importance of maintaining the integrity of the financial system. Section 3. Suspension or withdrawal of authorization. The ultimate consequence. Operating as a financial services provider, FSP, is a privilege. The FSCA can suspend or withdraw an FSP's license for serious noncompliance. The FSCA follows a rigorous process, providing written notice and allowing the FSP to make representations. Suspension or withdrawal can devastate an FSP's reputation and business operations. Section 1. The enduring impact of the FAIS Act. As we've journeyed through the intricacies of the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act, its significance in shaping a more ethical and transparent financial landscape becomes undeniably clear. The FAIS Act stands as a testament to South Africa's commitment to protecting consumers from the potentially devastating consequences of poor or misleading financial advice, fostering a financial services industry where trust and integrity are paramount. The Act's impact extends far beyond its legal provisions. It has permeated the very fabric of the financial services sector, instilling a greater awareness of ethical responsibilities and a deeper commitment to putting the client's interests first. This shift in mindset is perhaps the FAIS Act's most enduring legacy, paving the way for a more sustainable and equitable financial future for all South Africans. The FAIS Act's emphasis on transparency and disclosure has empowered consumers, providing them with the information they need to make informed decisions about their financial well-being. No longer are clients expected to blindly trust financial advisors. They now have the right to ask questions, demand clear explanations, and hold their advisors accountable for the advice they receive. This shift in the balance of power is essential for fostering a healthy and dynamic financial services industry. Moreover, the FAIS Act's robust enforcement mechanisms have sent a clear message that unethical or unprofessional conduct will not be tolerated. The FSCA's proactive approach to supervision, coupled with its willingness to impose meaningful sanctions on those who violate the Act's provisions, serves as a powerful deterrent, encouraging FSPs to prioritize compliance and prioritize the interests of their clients. A legacy of trust and confidence. The FAIS Act's success lies in the trust and confidence it has built within the South African financial services industry. When consumers feel protected, they engage more with financial institutions. This trust must be earned and continuously nurtured. The FAIS Act provides the framework, but FSPs must embrace its principles. By doing so, they contribute to a legacy of trust for future generations. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like and subscribe to SCOCO Academy.